Good morning, my dear students, and welcome back to the class on direct and indirect speech. In the previous class, we had gone through the present tense to understand how a direct speech is converted into indirect speech. In today's class, we are going to deal with the past tense, how it can be converted from direct into indirect speech, and that's what we are going to learn today. We are going to see how a direct speech in past tense is changed into indirect speech. So we begin with simple past. The thing that you need to understand is that the simple past will be converted into past perfect tense. Simple past converted to past perfect tense. I'll give an example for you to understand it better. See the direct speech and indirect speech. Direct speech, he said, I wrote a letter. I wrote a letter is in simple past. That is changed into past perfect tense in indirect speech. Go through the indirect speech. He said that he had written a letter. I wrote a letter is simple past. He had written a letter is past perfect tense. So the simple past is converted into past perfect tense. That is what happens with regard to the simple past. Now moving on to the next one, that is past continuous tense. Past continuous tense is converted into past perfect continuous tense. Past continuous tense is changed into past perfect continuous tense. Go through the example here. See, I have given the direct speech. He said, I was writing a letter. There is an example for past continuous tense. That is converted into he had been writing a letter. I was writing a letter, past continuous tense. That is converted into he had been writing a letter. That is past perfect continuous tense. So the past continuous tense is converted into past perfect continuous tense. Now moving on to the next one, that is past perfect tense. When you are given direct speech in past perfect tense and when you are converting into indirect speech, the tense will remain the same. Which means past perfect tense will remain as past perfect tense. There is no change. I'll give an example. Direct speech. Go through the direct speech. He said, I had written a letter. There is example from past perfect tense. Come to the indirect speech. He said that he had written a letter. Again the tense will remain the same. So there is no change for past perfect tense when you are converting from direct into indirect speech. The tense will remain the same. Now moving on to the next one, that is past perfect continuous tense. When you are converting a sentence given in past perfect continuous tense in direct speech, and when you are converting into indirect speech, again there is no change in the tense, which means past perfect continuous tense will remain as past perfect continuous tense. Go through the example that is given here. See the direct speech and indirect speech. He said, I had been writing a letter. When you are converting into indirect speech, he said that he had been writing a letter, which means the past perfect continuous tense will remain the same in indirect speech, which means there is no change of tense. See the example, let's see the explanation given there. In indirect speech, the tense of the reported speech in indirect speech is the same as that of the direct speech, which means that there is no change in the tense, which means past perfect continuous tense will remain as past perfect continuous tense. So today we have gone through the past tense. So once again, in a nutshell, I will tell you the simple past is converted into past perfect tense. Past continuous tense is converted into past perfect continuous tense. Past perfect and past perfect continuous tense will remain the same, which means there is no change. So we have completed the past tense. So kindly go through the notes once again and try to understand it better. So my dear students, continue to take your studies seriously. Thank you.